I don't know what your questions are, but I will try to point out important aspects on your palm. The first thing is that you would notice that there appears to be a line originating on the Mount of Jupiter. Mount of Jupiter is the area for administration, religion, politics, and honor. And if a line originates out here and joins the lifeline, this is the lifeline. So this is a rare kind of a occurrence, and this is known to take a person to a higher position in life. And it is seen in both the hands, not necessarily only one hand. So this is an important aspect, and it is a positive aspect to have. See, people who aspire to be at a higher positions are the ones who are likely to reach the higher position in one's life. So this is the first aspect. The second aspect is that in both the hands, this is the money line, which is kind of ending before it touches the headline. This is the headline. So if it was basically passing something like this intersection would have been age 35. So the line of money is ending before the age of 35, and it is ending around the age of 32. So this has some issues. The other aspect is there's another line that is kind of running parallel, and it starts at the age of, let's say, 27, 28, and it continues till it reaches the line of heart and probably even beyond. So this is a very stable kind of a line, but this line basically is ending before it touches the line of head. So some issues may crop up at the age of 32, but because the person has got a stable money line, that's the reason why the problems that the person may face, financial issues that the person may face, may not have a major impact because the person has got another parallel money line running for a long duration of time. See, normally what happens is when there's a break in the money line, we normally say that there are two or three things that can get applied. The first thing is that the person may lose his job or business or money or whatever. This is what it means when there's a break in the money line. The second aspect could be that the main earning member of the family, their health or wealth goes down. So more responsibility falls onto this particular person's head. So this is another aspect. The third aspect could be that the person, the main, there could be relationship issues that can come up in their life. So probably when there's a break, it could mean that. But because in spite of having this break, there's another line running parallel. So that's the reason why we may say that probably those issues may not arise in this particular person's life. Now, people generally want to know about success, and to be successful, we have to look at the area of Mount of Mercury. And if you find these parallel kind of lines on the Mount of Mercury, it signifies that the person has got strong set of skills. And one line means one skill, multiple line means multiple set of skills. Now, the good part about these particular lines is that they are not crisscrossing each other. If they were crisscrossing, it would have meant miscommunication and miscalculations. So this lady doesn't have any miscalculation and miscommunication. So that's a very, very positive aspect to refer to. This area refers to the area for engineering, medical science. This is the area for business, and all these kind of things are basically depicted by the Mount of Mercury, the area for communication and calculations. Now we try to look at the sun line. Sun line is normally known as the carrier line. Now you would find not one line but multiple lines out here, two, three, four lines out here. The longer lines, the stronger lines we consider to be of use. The weaker lines we can basically ignore. Now it's always better to have a single line instead of having multiple lines. But if these multiple lines are of good strength, so they can be seen as a good indication, not as a bad indication. So these lines are reasonably okay. So it could mean multiple sources of income or multiple careers that the person may have. we don't find the sunlight to be present somewhere out here. So this portion is the earlier portion of the life. This portion is after the age of 53. But I normally say that you don't need to have a very long sunline in order to be successful. Just one single line out here is good enough for success. Now we look at another aspect, and that is when we look at the headline. This is the headline. There are few lines that are kind of leaning upward. One is leaning upward at around the intersection of the money and the headline. So this age is approximately 35, 34, 35. And another line that is running upward is somewhere at the early age. Early age is when the person is studying in college and all these kind of things. So upward lines are considered to be good because it might indicate upgradation of your knowledge, more education and all those kind of stuff, or some success that the person may have. Upward motion of line means upliftment of the mind. A person's mind is uplifted when basically there is some success. Now if you look at the money line, after the age of 35 there are two lines running parallel, something like this. So two parallel sources of income could be indicated. We can't say that it is double income, but we can certainly say that parallel sources of income or support system in finances could be there in their life. Now if we look at the heart line is known as the line of relationship and partnerships and all these kind of things, and the quality needs to be good in order for a person to be successful, and a person should be able to take stress and anxiety in their life. So this is the line, and it is ending on the amount of Saturn. That is a good sign, I would just indicate. Now a line is a little bit disturbed out here. There should be clarity in the line of heart. More the clarity, the better it would be considered to be. Now when there's a break kind of a formation, it could mean abrupt ending in a relationship or a partnership. And at the same time, when there are few branches downwards, hanging downwards, it means distraction, falling for temptation. So this is what basically it means. And the longer branches mean stronger distraction, and weaker branches mean minor distractions are there. Apart from that, you would also notice that the heart line is ending on the Mount of Saturn. This is good sign for money matters. It means that the person is materialistic, the person is responsible, and the person is wise. And those are the things that are going to give the person more money in their life, because you need to value money, you need to respect money. Only people who value and respect money are the ones who get more money. Now this is the Mercury finger, and this is the ring finger, the sun finger, and this is the top line of the ring finger. So the Mercury finger is a little bit short. So whenever it is very short, it is not reaching the top line, and it is substantially short, it could mean that the person may have a desire to study, and they may study, keep on studying a lot, and extra education. And but the thing is that this is a finger of communication, and think of it as the communication tower. So if the communication tower is short, so these people would have, and our population is downward out here, so less people would be able to the signals from the people down below are going to be only limited. Like they wouldn't be have a larger reach over the larger population. But I've seen in the hand of Pranab Mukherjee, this finger is short, and when the finger is short, it could mean, it doesn't mean that the person is not successful. The person can be successful, but it's just that I would consider Mercury finger to be longer, to be better than a shorter Mercury finger. I've also seen people with short fingers, they may be able to communicate with people far away in a much better way. And unknown people, they would be able to communicate in a much better way compared to people close by. So these people might create, or distance might be getting created with near and dear ones. So this is what basically it indicates. When the finger of Mercury is short, it is considered to be a bad sign for personal networking, and the person may not be able to communicate in a proper way. Now you would have wondered why I took a look at the right hand for the female. See, the thing is that even the right hand is considered, and working woman, I consider right hand to be the more important hand to refer to instead of the left hand. Now in this hand, if we notice, this is the left hand, uh, this is the island under the ring finger, so elongated period of emotional stress and anxiety could be there, some relationship issues, and at the same time it could also mean eye or heart related issues. They should be a little bit cautious regarding that. Same way, the lines are similar out here as well. Initial break there's in this hand as well, and in the other hand as well. So inconsistency in finances before the age of 35, and the line is breaking at the age of 32. So this is negative. Out here also there are few breaks. Then the line becomes a little bit stable at the age of, let's say, 30, and then it continues, and then again at the after the age of 35, two parallel lines are out there. This is regarding money matters, it's okay, but when we look at the headline, you'd notice that upward branches is good from originating on the mount of Jupiter. I won't explain it again. That's so if it joins the headline or the lifeline, both are considered to be good. So the person reaches to a higher position. It can be position in any aspect: administration, religion, politics, and honor, any of those things. And the person would be constantly getting award and reward in the initial phases of their life, and maybe even in the later portion. But something happens at this particular point on the headline. What happens is that this is the headline, there's a downward motion, and this event is happening before the age of 35, let's say 5-6 years before the age of 35, and a downward line on the headline could mean mental disappointment. The reason why we say mental disappointment is because it points towards the area for moon. This is the area of moon, and the headline is pointing towards the amount of moon, a small branch. So it could be mental disappointment, or this is the area for imagination, visualization, romance. So a downward motion could mean those things as well. But it's better not to have this kind of a formation in the earlier portion of your life. It's okay if the whole line of head down tilts downward, but it shouldn't be at the earlier portion of the life. Apart from that, you would notice on the lifeline there are few things that needs to be considered. This is the lifeline, and there are few branches that are leaning downwards, pointing towards the amount of moon. Now these are also a little bit negative from the point of view of money matters as well as health matters. So, and the issue regarding the health could be anything below the stomach, below the lungs area, something related to water. So water intake should be monitored in a good way, and these lines could also mean restlessness. The person could get restless, and the person desire for travel may increase, and the person may basically may want to. But these lines in a is also seen in a positive way, that the perception of life may change in this particular person's case as the person grows older. Rest everything is fine, and thanks for watching this video. Bye and take care.